Yes, people, welcome back to the channel. Gather round your hair for another United Teams talk. Listen, I'm not here with a bro today, man. Unfortunately, they couldn't be available. But listen, I'm here. My brother Osman should be joining me soon. There's a lot to get through today. Listen, my show leaving talks. Like, what's all going on? Like, I thought was that serious? Yeah. Obviously, we're gonna talk about that. Listen, Carabao Cup action. Take two. Manchester United versus West Ham. Listen, we just played them 3 days ago. You know how these fixtures go. It could be tricky. Ollie's got to make a few changes today. Is it going to be wholesale changes or is he going to be strong? And yeah, man, there's another question I want to ask. Is the Carabao Cup that important? Because I even said in the last stream, I wasn't going to do a preview for this game. But then I thought, listen, this guy's got to win a trophy this season. Like I'm collecting all of them. We need all of them. Like I said in previous streams, we're collecting the season. So yeah, man, strap in. Make sure you smash a like, subscribe if you're new, and let's get into another team talk. Let's go. So yeah, man, guys, welcome to the show. Like I said before, smash the like and subscribe if you're new, man. We're on the road to 200 subs. So if you can get that before, let's say the next international breakdown will be awesome. I appreciate all your support, all your love. And yeah, man, let's get into the video. Obviously, tonight, Manchester United take on West Ham United at Old Trafford in the Carabao Cup. I think it's the third round. Obviously, we played them not too long ago, and I'm still I'm still like in awe of what just happened in the last 10 minutes, man. Obviously, we took the lead. Wait, did we take the lead? No, we didn't take the lead. Yes, what's it? Benrahma took the lead for West Ham, and then Ronaldo doing what he does, equalizes. Jaden comes on, smashes it top bins. They get a penalty. We should have had a penalty. The hair saves it, like it's all mad. But listen, Carabao Cup is a different ball game, man. It's a different ball game. And my brother has joined us. Yes. Who's he? What
Yes.
you telling me?
Let's go, Jerry!
Yes, man. Love to have you on the channel. And listen, I need to have you on the channel even more often. But listen, always love with my bro. Carabao Cup action, man. The first question I want to ask you, bro, is the Carabao Cup that important? Because, like I said in my previous stream, I wasn't even going to do a preview for this game because I thought, you know what, Carabao Cup, it is what it is. But
yeah.
Well, what are you feeling about this cup, man?
I mean, listen, for me, it's very simple. Just look at our potential second team, right? Martial's going to start, potentially, we would imagine. So it's going to be Martial, Sancho, and Jesse Lingard, I think it is, if I'm not wrong. So is it Martial, Sancho? No, sorry, Martial, Sancho, Cavani.
I think Cavani's out, I don't think he made the squad.
Well, hypothetically speaking, let's just say in the future when he is fit, he would be starting in this game. So it'd be Martial, Cavani, Sancho, with, I don't know, Jesse Lingard in number 10, Van der Beek in the pivot, alongside Matic. I mean, if that team's not good enough to do well in the Carabao Cup, then I just don't see the point of us having that many quality players in the squad. At the end of the day, it's not the be-all and the end-all. I'm not going to sit here and be absolutely furious that we get out. But on the flip side...
Are you sure? Wait, hold on.
I will be pissed, don't get me wrong.
Exactly.
But
okay.
It's not going to be the same sort of like anger if we get out of the Champions League or the FA Cup.
Yeah.
However, saying that beggars can't be choosers, we can't sit here and be like, oh, the Carabao Cup's not important. We haven't won a trophy in 5 years. So
Real talk.
It's as simple as that. So whether it's a prestigious trophy, whether we think it's good enough for Manchester United is a different story. We just need to get off the mark. So for me personally, we've got the squad to take it serious. I don't see why we'd pick and choose our battles, so to speak. West Ham are definitely going to rest their team. So for me, shouldn't really be any excuses today, to be honest.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Speaking of the Carabao Cup, that year we won it. I remember the feeling, man. Jay Ling scoring, Ibrahim. I saw your vlog.
I was just about to say,
yeah, man. The watch along.
My feed, man. My recommended. I don't know why, but it did. And Yo,
The joy,
it
man.
takes me back, man.
Trust me.
Good times, man.
Good times, bro. Like trophies, like you said, beggars can't be choosers. We ain't won since 2017. Carabao Cup, obviously, Oli ain't won a trophy, and normally they say, this cup's the first, the first silverware that's handed out to teams, and we got to grab it, man. So for me, I know before I said the Carabao Cup, you say you won't be too fast, but for me to go out to here, Manchester United are out. It touches my soul, man. The third round as well,
Bro,
where it's embarrassing. And plus, you said, go through.
Yeah, I was about to say, I also want to add and obviously the FA Cup is more prestigious than the Carabao Cup. Of course, I'm not saying the other way around. However, I feel like for us personally, I think the Carabao Cup will be more important than the FA Cup. The reason being is because the final obviously is in February for the Carabao Cup. So at that point, we could have already secured silverware. And obviously, that gives us that extra bit of hunger and that bit of momentum. We've got over the line. We've got 5 months to potentially win a Champions League, the league, or whatever it may be. So obviously, if we were to hypothetically have to prioritize one of them, I would go for the Carabao Cup, just because if we've got a trophy in our back pocket come February, then the next 4 or 5 months, the guys are going to be hungry, man. They're gonna have that taste. And obviously, there's a lot of players that have won trophies. We understand that, but there's quite a few, in particular, Oli as well at Man United, who haven't won a trophy. They need to get that feeling again. So, for me personally, although I don't really see it as a prestigious trophy, there is that extra potential that could be a catalyst for us for the back end of the season. So, in that sense, I didn't even think about it like that before, but in that sense, it could actually define a season if we get that extra bit of motivation, that extra 10% after winning it in February. You never know, we might end the season very high, on a high note, so to speak.
Yeah, like City do all the time. Like they always win the League Cup and then it pushes them to the league. Even when we won the League Cup, we then won the Europa League a couple months later. So for me, especially with
the treble, isn't it? You know what I'm saying?
Well, the trouble, especially with the squad we have now, if we go out, like we need to see fringe players, play. And if we go at the Carabao Cup, certain man like Van der Beek, Martial, who else? Matic, I don't know if he's first team or squad.
I mean, there's a lot, man. There's Delo, there's Lingard.
Lindelof,
Greenwood, Cavani, definitely. I'm not saying Greenwood should be in that bracket, but I'm saying he might not be getting as much minutes. Let's just say Sancho and Rashford are flying, potentially. Then Greenwood might. Obviously, in my head, I'm thinking treat it like the Europa League. You know, when in the Europa League and the fringe players get an opportunity to play week in, week out, they build their confidence. So yeah, for me personally, man, we've got too many players, man. They need to get minutes. So this is a perfect opportunity.
Cool. Let's jump into the lineups. Listen,
graphics, yeah.
I wanna hear your team first because it's gonna be interesting. Obviously, I think we know that Varane's out, Maguire's out, Pogba, Ronaldo, De Gea. So from the remaining players,
I'm not gonna lie.
Swear.
I've just come from work. Literally just come from. I've not checked my phone. I was there.
Yeah, so those five players are definitely out. So what are you telling me, man? Who starts in goal for you? Is it Dean Henderson or Tom Heaton gets his debut?
Well, I tweeted out the squad earlier. Obviously, Ty tweeted it as well. Henderson, I believe, is in the squad. I know it's a bit of a mad one, but I kind of want to see Heaton play. But just because he's always done really well against us. However, in saying that, I'm just going to stick to Henderson. It just makes sense, doesn't it? So Henderson in that.
Henderson in goal.
Someone's doing fireworks outside my house. So I do apologize.
You sure that's not gunshots, bro?
Nah, not in these ends.
Not in Sheffield. But yeah, right back. Obviously, you know my thoughts on a certain right back. Does he start for you, or are we going?
No, look. If Delo's not starting today, I'm going to be very disappointed. I mean, my team, obviously, I did it with Hayder yesterday. I just completely changed everything. So yeah, Delo right back for me, without a doubt. Well, I'm second needs a rest as well, man.
And about partnership, obviously, I said Maguire and Varane are out, so I think.
Well, I actually picked Bailly and Lindelof anyways. As I was saying to you earlier on the chat, on the WhatsApp chat, sorry, should I say? He needs to rest Maguire. I'm really concerned about Maguire because I feel like, alongside a couple of other individuals, they're never not playing. I know Maguire practically played every game last year, apart from maybe when he was injured for a very brief period. But nevertheless, he's going to burn these players out. I know for a centre-back, it's different. But these cup competitions, as we've already mentioned, that it doesn't have as much significance as the other games. And we can get away with not playing him. So, yeah, Bailly and Lindelof for me. gives them an opportunity to have minutes. And you never know, man. We might need one of them. If one of them guys get injured, these guys can't be rusty, man. They can't just be brought out of the cold in the wilderness and expected to perform, man, because that's something that's just not going to work, man. So I think Ollie needs to be careful as well in that sense.
Cool. Left back, I think.
Tellers.
Teller has to be Tellers in it. Although he's just come back from injury, but we've seen with Ollie, he threw in Scott the other day, so Tellers to come in at left back.
It's exactly the same with what I said. Maguire, Luke Shaw needs a rest desperately, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Simple as that.
2 sitters, man. What are you saying?
I mean, it'll be. Well, surely it's got to be Van der Beek. It's got to be one. Surely. I mean, this is a good opportunity for him to get some minutes. And obviously, just build a bit of confidence as well. I'm not saying West Ham are going to be a pushover today, but I'm really expecting them to rotate the hell of their team. So I'm expecting us to control the game, and plus we're at home. But Van der Beek, Matic, we've seen them time and time again. I think they've played with each other 3 times in the double pivot. They've been brilliant every time. So, yeah, I don't see him going with McFred because, of course, they're his beloved weekend pair, aren't they? So it makes sense for these two to play because they didn't really feature on the weekend.
Okay, the front four, I think Ollie's obviously confirmed that Jay Lings is starting, but where would you play him? The front three or Cam?
Again, another person. This is the third person. So Maguire, Shaw, and the other person that's going to get burnt out this season is Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah, obviously.
And for me personally, right, we need to protect this guy. I know a lot of people have their,
he's in the squad. He's in the squad. I won't be surprised if Ollie.
What I mean, I'm not saying that he shouldn't play at all, and by his put him on the bench. I'm not opposed to that. However, another guy, he's going to get burnt out. We saw the back end of last season. The guy was shocking in the Euros, and he was shocking for us towards the end of the season because he was just finished. He was too tired. So for me, when someone like Lingard's in form, he's a purple patch merchant. I love the guy, as you know, but he's a definition of purple patch, and he's currently in that period. So for me, no brainer. Lingard in number 10, Cam, whatever you want to call it.
Lingard gets the nod. Now the front three. Let's go for the left.
In fact, you said Cavani's injured, didn't you?
Yeah. So
sorry, I'm changing that. Right, I'm going to put Lingard on the right wing. He is still in the team. Well, we know he's in the team anyways. Number 10, I'm going to put Juan Mata.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him. Yeah.
The midfield's got no legs there. I know people are going to think that's crazy, but to be honest with you, I don't even care. If he's getting paid 150 grand a week, he's playing. Simple as that. This might be suicide. I'm not going to lie. Van der Beek and Mata in midfield, it might be suicide, to be honest. But, he needs to play in it. He needs to just get him in the team.
On the left
wing, Jaden Sancho, no brainer.
Yeah, he needs
a confidence boost and he needs minutes. I mean, I'm not upset. I think Jaden Sancho had a good cameo when he came on the other day. Personally, I thought he did well. He was very good on the ball, neat and tidy, and obviously his decision making, man. I'm a fan, man. I can't wait for him to get into full flight and then people really see where I'm going because this guy's a talent. And up top, the man who's gonna score today, I've got Anthony Martial. I would try and sing Ty's song, but I don't embarrass myself. It's funny.
Listen.
Martial up top. I mean, it's an absolute no-brainer. He has to start this game and he has to deliver. I mean, Sam's put in the chart, and obviously, I'm sure we're going to touch on it anyways. I don't want people to have expectation on Martial to drop an 8, 9, and 10. The guy's not going to do that. I want him to put a steady 7 out of 10 performance in, just contribute to the game, be involved in the game. My biggest criticism of Martial is that he goes missing in large parts of the game. I want him to demand the ball, be involved, link the play. So, yeah, hopefully Martial, good game for him. And Jesse Lingard's there as well, and Sancho. Them three as a unit, all play one-touch football, all interlinking players. They like to obviously link up with each other. And it's going to be very fluid as well. And Mata to pick up. I mean, that's a good team for me personally. So, I'm happy with that front three.
Yeah, for me, I think obviously the Mata one, now that you said it, I think I go with the same team that you've done, man. I like the midfield,
The Mata one's probably suicide, I'm not going to lie to you.
Nah, Mata, listen, I've always said,
legs in that midfield,
I get it, but let the ball do the running, man. Mata's very intelligent, high IQ. I've always said when we wasted him on the right-hand side, like he's a number 10. So for me,
to tell you one thing, a lot of those Van der Beek high IQ, Mata high IQ,
Matic,
Jay Link's high IQ in terms of his movement. Sancho high IQ, and Martial, to be fair to him, he has got high IQ as well. So I'm expecting things similar to that our fourth goal against Newcastle. That's what I'm expecting, basically. Not obviously to that level, but in terms of the intelligence to pop the ball, obviously keep it ticking, that kind of thing.
Jeremiah saying, why the hell is Martial playing a strike?
Because Cavani's injured, brother.
Exactly. Who else is going to play? Listen, let's not...
I had Cavani initially, but obviously...
Yeah.
Matters.
Listen, Martial, listen. There's still a player there, man. Like, look at Sancho. Everyone had high expectations. He hasn't hit the ground running. Martial hasn't even had the opportunity. I think he's played how many minutes so far? Like, he obviously...
Not a lot. He's probably played like 90 minutes or something.
It's not good enough.
And he was rusty, remember? He was absolutely shocking in the first one. He looked well off the pace.
He's saying, I'm not take Mata out, put Greenwood strike, and put Martial on the left. Listen, I wouldn't be mad at that. Obviously, Greenwood, go on.
That's completely fine as well. I wouldn't be mad at that as well. If Martial was to go on the left, for example, Greenwood up top, Sancho right, Lingard Cam. Again, I wouldn't be mad at that. It's just for me, I just want to see people like Matt and these guys get minutes, because why else are they in the team, basically, the way I see it. So, yeah, but what he said as well, that's fair enough. And then Greenwood starting, I mean, I'm sure Sam probably wants to see Greenwood as well. He's there, isn't he? So
shout out to Sam. I heard you're doing a match day vlog for your channel, innit?
Yeah, so basically, I just had an idea. I thought, no, if you're at the game, if you can get some clips, I'll put something together. My other neighbor, he's gone to the game as well, so he messaged me saying he'll do a vlog for me.
Yeah.
So I messaged Sam, and he said, yeah, that's calm. So obviously, if there's football fans at the game, why not? And just mash it up together, see what I've won. I've never done it. I've never done it before, innit? So we'll see what comes of it, innit?
That should be sick, man. Especially, I think, obviously, Old Trafford will be sold out. Are you listening, City fans? Jeez. OT is sold out for a Carabao Cup game. Like,
madness, that third round Carabao Cup as well.
It's madness. Talking about Martial, though, have you seen the news? I didn't take this personally. I mean, seriously, sorry. But a lot of people are talking about, and I'm thinking, hold on, is this picking up, traction, or is he really, is this serious? Let me just read the quote quickly. This is from Eurosport. So Martial could leave United in January. Barcelona are interested. The article claims that the Old Trafford Chiefs have given Martial the green light to look for a new club, and it's also said that he's open to staying in the Prem. They value Martial at 40 million, and that he'll be allowed to leave the club in Jan if a fair offer arrives, as he's fell down the pecking order. What's your thoughts on that, man? Because I know you're a big Martial fan. You've kind of not turning him, but you've kept it real. Like, obviously, certain man don't want to. Certain man are fighting.
Look, people have messaged me saying, "Oh, man, you're fucking turning on it." It's not even like that, man. The way I see it is right. I want every single player at Manchester United to do good. I have favourites. Don't get me wrong, but I'm trying to stray away from that, because I think that's a bit toxic, and then you get that agenda. So that's kind of why I've kind of come off the Martial thing, because I felt like I was too pro Martial, too pro Pogba, etc. And I was it was kind of like clouding my judgment. So regarding the quotes, like, firstly, the price is too cheap. Like, I'm a bit surprised.
There you go. The comment saying
Ben Whiteman for 50 million.
50, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking.
He's a fucking striker. So unless I'm pretty sure he's got a couple of years on his contract as well. So he's not really out of contract anytime soon. So the first thing that stood out for me was the price. That was baffling. The second thing is, I've got a feeling he'll go to Arsenal.
I don't say that.
No. Honestly, I've said this for a long time as well.
What a downgrade!
No, but like, I've always felt like it'd be Arsenal. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I just feel like, because Arsenal fans have always gassed up Martial, like, behind closed doors and that. They've always like rated him, but obviously when agenda is agenda, innit? So I feel I can see him at. Barcelona is a bit of a weird one. Where they got money from? Firstly, I mean, if he was to leave, I don't want him to stay in the league without a doubt. Obviously, I'd rather see him go elsewhere and flourish, because I don't want to see him at Arsenal. That'd kill me if he starts regaining his form there. But in terms of Martial himself, I said this last night, and I'll say it again. For me, he needs to look at himself in the mirror. At the end of the day, you're a football player at the highest level currently at Manchester United, all right? Obviously, other people say we're not the same team that we once were. However, the pressure and the sort of intangibles surrounding the club are still astronomical. We're a big club without a shadow of a doubt. At the end of the day, if he wants to play at the top level, he's always going to be fighting for his place. That's just how football is at the top level. You can go to Bayern Munich and you can go to PSG The competition is going to be outstanding every single time. You can go to Real Madrid if they get Haaland and Mbappe, the competition will be outstanding. If he wants the easy way out and he wants to be playing regular football, but don't expect to be at the highest level then. It's simple as that. Because at the highest level and these top tier teams, there's competition everywhere. Even if he goes to Barcelona, we can laugh and joke. Obviously, he'll get into that team, but don't get me wrong. If everyone's fit, they've still got Ousmane Dembele, Aguero, and the other guy's a bit dead. Like, obviously, Ansu Fati's obviously a baller as well.
Braithwaite, Depay. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. Oh, yeah, Depay, I forgot. Yeah, Depay's there as well. So they have actually got talent there, so he's going to have competition there as well. So he's always going to have to fight for his players. It depends on his ambition as a player. If he wants to be winning trophies at the highest level, winning league titles, that kind of thing, it's going to be difficult for him to go anywhere, really, and really state a claim to be the number 9 without somebody else trying to vie for a spot. And my issue with Martial is, right, it's always been a mentality thing with the guy, for me personally. From outside in, of course, we don't know the guy. We don't know anything about him in terms of his personality, his mental fortitude, or anything like that. However, when Lukaku came to Manchester United, I felt like Martial kind of went into his shell. Because he wants that number 9 shirt. When Zlatan came, it was the same case. Of course, that was a bit poorly dealt with because obviously they took his number off him.
By the club,
It wasn't ideal the way they dealt with it. However, he kind of went into his shell. He lost his number 9 spot, and then obviously now Cavani's come in. He lost his number 9 spot to Cavani. He's not really dealt with in the right way. Prior to Cavani, he's flying. Cavani comes in. He has a shocking season. I don't know if that's because of Cavani and the competition, but it seems to be a pattern. Now Ronaldo's come in and he's wanting to bounce. And for me, that shows that he's mentally weak. And I understand why he'd want to bounce if he's not getting any minutes. The fact that Jesse Lingard got subbed on prior to him, it hurt me. I'm not gonna lie.
I was surprised. I was thinking,
I was surprised as well. Like Lingard's even above him. I mean, but in saying that, on the flip side, Lingard was completely cast away from the team. He was so far of this starting 11. Even the bench, bro, he couldn't even make the bench, let alone start 11. And he's come back fighting, and you've got to respect Lingard for that. He's had a lot of personal issues, and he's come back and he's shown real resilience. And now it's time for Martial. If you want to be at the top table, my brother, and you want to be this big player that we think you're capable of being based on your ability, you've got to show us. You've got to show us week in, week out why you should be starting. At the end of the day, he can quite easily make that wing spot his own. I wouldn't be surprised if he actually went back to left wing and started linking up, playing 1-2s, that kind of thing, with Ronaldo and the other players, and actually doing really well, because his link up with Bruno and Pogba is fantastic. We've seen it with Bruno. He's got a great chemistry with Bruno, and obviously we know about the French connection from previous years. So the only other person he would need to realistically link up with is Ronaldo, and I mean, it's not going to be hard to link up with him. He's one of the greatest players about. So obviously Luke Shaw and Martial, they've got no issues there as well. Of course, Rashford's going to come up and claim that spot. We know that for sure. However, he's more than capable of fighting for that. We've got 4 competitions. You've got opportunity, and I said this last night. These players right now at Manchester United, we've just signed in Ronaldo, we've just signed in Sancho, we've just signed Varane, right? These players need to look at themselves and realise what they could potentially be doing. They could literally put a marker down in the history of this club. And what I'm saying is, Manchester United have fallen off a cliff for the last 8-9 years since Sir Alex Ferguson gone. We all know that we're nowhere near the club that we are. We aren't even respected like that. However, you could be part of the squad that brought us back to where we belong.
Yeah, that's history making. We will never forget.
Bro, no one will take that away from you. People will remember that for 50 years down the line. Let's just say we go back to our former glories, whatever you want to call it. 50 years down the line, people look at this moment in time and say, yo, Man United look like they were done. They were done out here. Similar to AC Milan, we look like we're done out here, but you guys were the players to bring us back. Martial's name will be engraved in the history of this club. Absolutely. Alongside other players. So you got to look at it like that. In the day, what do you want from your career? What do you want your legacy to be? If you want to go to Lyon and do what Depay did, by all means, be my guest, bro. No one's going to remember you. So it's up to you. You either pull up your socks and make it happen, or you bounce. It's Manchester United Football Club. No sentiment FC. I want us to win trophies. So if your head's not in the game, you need to leave, basically. Simple as that.
Yeah, gonna go through a few comments. This guy's saying, obviously, City need a striker. He lives locally. So I don't think that will ever happen. But listen, he could get goals in that team still.
He's scoring tonight.
Do you think obviously the performance tonight and the scoreline and whatever, do you think that's gonna have an impact on his, future at the club? Because Ollie, certain man perform well and then they're at the bench again. I mean, the front three right now, I'll say Ronaldo's nailed on, but the other two, obviously Greenwood, kind of nailed on. Like I don't. What do you think are like nailed on
Yeah,
front three is
it's
right now?
very hard. Like, I mean, I've just said all that about Martial, but our front three competition is outrageous at the moment.
It's mad, isn't it?
It's
It's crazy.
it's so crazy. I would actually say Greenwood's
nailed on.
nailed on as well.
Yeah.
I just think you got to respect his form. I thought he was fantastic against West Ham.
Yeah.
I know he got clawed off, but if you actually look at his individual performance, mate, it was so mature. Like the way he kept the ball in tight spaces, I was really impressed with his performance. So for me, without a doubt, Greenwood has to start alongside Cristiano Ronaldo. The left spot at the moment, he can definitely start on the left. He can definitely start on the left at the moment prior to Rashford the Rava, without a doubt. I'm not saying that he's above Sancho, etc., but I think Sancho will eventually take that Greenwood spot. Or whether you think he deserves that or not is a different story, but I think that's going to be inevitable. So for me, it'd be Sancho, Ronaldo, them two definitely starting. On the left, it'll be either Rashford or Martial. Most likely Rashford, of course, because obviously he's done it in season out, the last 2 seasons. Anyways, but Martial's got a chance, man. He's got to believe in his source. He's got to believe in his ability. We know when this guy's on form, he's fucking unplayable. Like he's incredible. Like he can score from anywhere on the pitch. Like he genuinely can. So for me, you just got to believe in himself.
You know what? You didn't mention Pogba. Obviously we know as fans, Ollie loves the McFred partnership. So like
I didn't
in big
mention
games,
Pogba deliberately actually because I don't think Pogba should be playing left wing. I know a lot of people are saying he should be playing left wing. Yeah. However, for me, Pogba needs to go back into the double pivot because I don't see a viable. Like I just can't see Pogba fighting for left wing with Rashford. So what you're saying, Rashford starts and Pogba's not playing?
That's what I'm thinking. That I think our first big game is Liverpool. Who? Because I know McFred are starting. We all know that. Who starts on the left? I think Rashford should be back for that game. Like it's hard, man, because Pogba has done well on the left. To be fair to him, but in Rashford,
I know. But then, so what you're saying is Pogba doesn't start. Like
that's what I don't know, man. It's
hard. I personally don't agree with if Ollie does that.
Well, what would you do? Would you play Pogba in the midfield in a big game like Liverpool?
Yeah, I'd play him. You have to put him in the pivot. I mean, people are going to say, "Oh, he's defensive liability," and I get that. I understand that. However, Pogba is also a huge, a huge player as well in terms of his ability to pass the ball from deep and get us up the pitch. I mean, that shit is priceless. The amount of games that Pogba has played the ball from deep and just set us away on the counter attack. You know, there was that one against Sheffield United when he took on about 3 players, did that roulette, and then, do you know what I mean? Like, there's been so many occasions. The one against Spurs when he plays that ball from literally in our own half to Rashford, who doesn't, his first touch is shoot and he scores. Yeah. I mean, Pogba has done it in these big games. People just don't see it. So for me, I think Ollie will play McFred. I'm not going to lie. This is the thing. I personally want to see Pogba in the midfield with Rashford on the left wing moving forward. But if he plays Pogba left wing over Rashford, I think that's a bit disappointing. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, but like, what would you do though? Obviously, if you had to pick one on the left, Pogba or Rashford, what you say?
Yeah, it's not Rashford without a doubt for me because Trent loves to get further up the pitch.
That's true.
Rashford pacing behind is going to be a Trent. Rashford's violated Trent a couple of times already, so if Trent best be praying that Rashford isn't fully fit. If he is, man best run that flip flop and chop back one more time, my brother.
You got that your intro there. I love it.
Yeah, I had to, man. That was the first. That was the only goal I requested. I said I want that Ronaldo. And the thing is, you put the clip in the other way around, so you couldn't see like Trent's ankles get broken. So I said I want this one. So I literally switched it and got the right clip. It's just. Yeah, look, Rashford is a big game player, man. He has to be on the left. Pogba, play the ball to Rashford in deep. It's just, bro, we're winning. We're winning them pricks. But we'll get onto that in November, I'm telling you. Rashford's going to come.
Jeremiah saying no, Ollie will do Pogba McTominay. Listen, I don't ever want to see that pivot. I hate it.
Pogba. The thing is, Pogba McTominay, it hasn't worked. Like, I don't know why, though. Like, I think because there's this myth that McTominay is defensively sound. Like a lot of people say McFred gives us a defensive stability, blah blah. But if you actually look at McTominay, he has a tendency in letting his man run a lot. You know, like he doesn't track his run. And I'm not saying Pogba doesn't do the same before people get on my neck. Pogba does the same, but that's the reason they can't play together because they're both doing it. So yeah, that doesn't work. It's gonna have to be Can Matic play that game? I don't think he can. It's probably going to have to be Fred and Pogba, isn't it? Because Matic can't play that game, and if they press Matic high,
no, but he's composed on the ball though.
But he takes too many touches against Liverpool. You don't get that many touches. But that's the same with Pogba. He takes too many touches.
And Fred, would you prefer Fred gets on the ball or like? It's hard, man. It's very.
They're both dead, you know. So.
But yeah, listen, guys. I think the team news is in. So
I'm excited.
Let's share the screen. Hold
on. You got to share it. Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I don't know anything. I'm recording off my phone, so I haven't got a clue.
Okay, let's share the screen. Are you ready?
Jerry Romano with the quick updates and that.
Are you ready? Okay.
Let's go.
Okay, I'm gonna read it out.
Don't give me that side, Jerry. Don't give me that.
If you guys can
see, to read it out to me. I want you to read it out to me.
Okay. So in goal, obviously, Dean Henderson is in goal. Centre backs.
Oh wait, that's the team I picked.
Oh, okay. Let me run through it. So yeah,
literally word for word. Literally mattering in everything. That's literally the team I picked. No, I've done it. I've got all 11. Can you fucking believe it?
You're sick. Mystic Usman. Mystic Usman.
I've never done that. I've never literally claimed on 11 players like that.
This is the first, man. Listen, this is a special moment on the channel. 100%, man. 31 minutes. But listen, guys, let's run through the team. Henderson in goal. Right back, Dalot. Lindelof and Bailly, centre backs. Alex Telles, left back. Then you've got Van der Beek and Matic. Double pivot. You've got Lingard in the 10, or has it Matt on the 10? I don't know if Matt's on the right or 10.
Matt on right wing. I swear.
Yeah, that's what I think. Matt on the right.
I think that kind of goes against it. Like, no, when I'm saying it's suicide, because obviously Lingard's got the energy in the middle of the park.
Yeah, true.
So as I'm gonna let him off with that. So just because of that point.
So what we say? Matt on the right, Lingard 10 on the left, Sancho, and obviously Anthony Martial up front.
I'm excited.
Osman, that's your team. How you feeling, man?
Bro, I literally, for the first, Jerry knows me, yeah. Jerry knows me well. I complain about every lineup. Every single lineup. But yeah, I can't complain about this one because obviously I picked the same one. I would be a hypocrite. No end. I mean, if people start complaining about this lineup, it's going to be crack up because it's exactly what I would have done. In terms of lineup, first and foremost, right?
Yeah.
I want to see one-touch football because there's so many players in this team. Van der Beek, Mata, I'm excited to see them too with Lingard in particular, and Sancho actually. Them four behind Martial should be very interesting because they're all very good at progressing the ball through the thirds quickly. I think that's really important and the key factor. I think in terms of obviously what we've seen in the past with other players, McTominay and Fred in particular. I thought McTominay on the weekend was good.
Yeah, he's passing.
Majority of the time, they tend to take too long on the ball. They tend to not get the ball from A to B like quickly. So I think with the likes of Van der Beek, Mata, I'm expecting it to be a lot of good football in terms of the way we move the ball, the way we transition through the thirds. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm also hoping for Lingard to be close to Martial, who's not isolated, because I think Lingard could be a very important for Martial's performance today, because Lingard's everywhere, isn't he? So I can imagine Martial just popping the ball up to him, and obviously always having that option. So I'm excited, man. Sancho, Martial, Lingard, jeez, these ones they're gonna be on job today, man. I'm excited to see what go on.
Are you a bit worried though that obviously a lot of these players really ain't played with each other? Like,
have you got the West Ham lineup by any chance?
Oh yeah, let me get that.
If you can, just so we can actually contemplate if we're worried or not, because I had the sort of preconception that they're gonna have a really bereft team, like as in really weak compared to what I can't see it. So if you want to read it,
let me read it. So we got Areola in goal,
good keeper.
Fredericks right back, Johnson and Diop's. I think they've gone 5 at the back. So Johnson, Diop, Craig Dawson, and Masuaku make up the back 5. Then you got Crow and Noble, the famous Noble, holding the double pivot. Then the front 3 is Lanzini, Yarmolenko, and Bowen. So it's a decent team.
I mean, it's an okay team. Look, there's a lot of frailties in that team. Like I said, they've gone for a pretty much second string team. Masuaku tends to do well against us. Fredericks is shit. So I want him to get ripped. I mean, defensively, that guy's suspect. That's why this is literally their second team. Obviously, Bowen played against us the other day, but he's not really in the first team anyways. It would be Antonio, wouldn't it? So, yeah, for me, we should slap that team. With what we've got on the field, we should outplay them comfortably and control the game. So, got absolutely no excuses, man. They got Noble in midfield, man. With all due respect,
yeah.
Come on, bro, man.
I thought Antonio would have come in. Obviously, he missed the last game. I thought he would have come in.
I mean, it just surprised me. However, at the same time, he's probably done the right thing. Give him just a week off in it. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously, it's quite clear that they don't give a shit about the Carabao Cup, by that lineup. They're obviously going to be looking at the Europa League and the league. You know, they haven't got the luxury and squad depth to really go for all 4 competitions, of course. So, yeah, for me personally, with the team that we've got up, I'm expecting us to keep the ball, like I said, move the ball quickly, most importantly. And I want to see Sancho, Lingard, and Martial in close proximity because we've actually got 2 fullbacks now that are attacking.
Yes. Yeah, man.
Yeah, so I want to see them pushed up. Hopefully, the front guys. I know a lot of people say that it's important that they're not in too close proximity because it's quite easy to defend. But my issue with Man United is a lot of our players become very isolated, and we don't really have that ball, that pop-off ball, like the one that you just drop, like someone passes it to you and you just pop it off to the next man, you move. Like Martial needs that guy next to him. You saw it when he was successful with Rashford. You know, people saying Andy Cole and Dwight York. I mean, people have got short-term memories or something. No matter Andy Cole and Dwight York, you know, parallels and comparisons I heard in that season was outrageous. And people have all of a sudden forgot that Martial's got that in his locker. So Sancho could potentially be that Dwight York to his Andy Cole today. So, hopefully, you know, just fucking go and enjoy it, as Ollie was saying. Just go and have fun, lads.
Go on, boys.
Express yourselves, lads. Come on, man. They've got a dead team, man. We should be slapping.
Shout out to Darren, Eyes on the Ball TV, guys. Make sure you subscribe. He's saying big game for Jaden, Donny, and the fullbacks. They need to put pressure on the starters and show that they're good enough.
Big facts, man.
If you could pick one player that you're, you know, doing a player camp today, let's say, who are you looking to that, you need to... I think there's a lot of players in this team that need to step up, but who do you think is the main one that you're looking at?
I'm going to say something and it's just going to make you happy. And you already know where it is before I've said it. It has to be without a shadow of a doubt. Diego Dalot, please,
bro. Yes, mate.
Listen, look, Wan-Bissaka, right, the first time I'm flipping violated. Man played well. Man played well.
He did. The last game
he had a good game. However, similar to what Tellers did for sure, I need that rocket up Wan-Bissaka's ass because I do not want players to go into training and obviously get on the pitch and think that they're comfortable. No player at Manchester United should be comfortable in their position. Obviously, people are going to say Van der Beek, people are going to say Martial, etc. They're obvious ones. However, for me, for the overall balance of the team, we need to be able to attack from both wings. And Wan-Bissaka currently is not delivering that week in, week out. Defensively, to be fair to him, he has improved for me personally. I think his positional stance is improved vastly, mainly because of Varane. We know that. I said that anyways. I'm sure everyone said that. Varane's going to definitely improve him, which is understandable. However, going forward, we need an attacking right back. That's just how football is this day and age. And we've become too one-dimensional. We're very reliant on Luke Shaw. So for me, Dalot, putting a flipping clinic, that's the word I was looking for. Put in a clinic and show Ollie what we are missing at right back. Simple as that. And defensively, he needs to do well. He needs to do well also. Because defensively, he's suspect. That's why I've never really rated Dalot. But obviously, going forward, he's got a step over him. Obviously,
everyone loves a step
over. But yeah, Dalot, put in a clinic and put some pressure on Wan-Bissaka. Because even if you don't get a team, Wan-Bissaka needs to be sweating, knowing that he needs to perform. So yeah, for me, Dalot, do your job, my brother. Flipping put in a 7, 8, 9 out of 10, my guy.
Yeah, so if I flip that question to myself, for me, the player I'm looking forward to is Sancho, man. Like, out of all the players there, I think he's kind of nailed on in the first team. So he kind of needs this game to, you know, kind of announce himself to the fans, to the manager. He needs to have a good game that we can obviously feel that confidence back. Like, he's finally arrived. I know it's the Carabao Cup, but hopefully it's the start. So for me, I'm looking to Sancho to, you know, sprinkle some of his magic today, man. Like, just go out players. I know they're playing a 5 at the back, which kind of worries me because obviously we don't really break down low blocks.
Does it go into extra time or penalties? Which one is it?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure in the Carabao Cup. No, I think it goes straight to the pens, you know.
I feel like it's
Yeah, straight to pens. Yeah,
Can you
yesterday.
imagine your pens? Oh my god.
Oh mate.
I don't want another. I don't want another.
Henderson's a goal this time though, so
Henderson's
who
good.
knows?
He's good for penalties. Just remember, I said that he's got a very good record.
Yeah, so
Let's see
for
what
me,
I'm on.
Jaden Sancho, I think he needs to stamp his print on this game, man. But yeah, man, Usman, before I let you leave, man, obviously score predictions, man. What are you saying for tonight?
Right, so I haven't now seen the lineup. I did say 3-1 prior to the lineup, but fuck it, I'm gonna say 4-0 now.
Come on.
Listen, I'm telling you, Martial scoring tonight. So I've got Martial and Lingard down as goals, definitely. Lingard better celebrate when he scores tonight, by the way.
Yeah, we're at home this time. Forget that rubbish.
At home, brother. Celebrate. Tell them, give them excuses as well if you have to.
Come on.
Drop this, do the one as well. Do all three, do 3 celebrations. Make up all the time. So yeah, Lingard scoring, Martial scoring. And I think, no, Lingard's getting a brace, actually. He loves the flipping goal at the moment. Lingard brace, Martial goal. And I said Van der Beek, so I'm going to stick with it. So them 4 are going to score. Hopefully Sancho just has a good performance. I don't really care about statistics. I know a lot of people will base him on if you got an assist or a goal, but I want to see a good performance from him. Like you said, it'll be a good confidence booster for him. And he's a top quality player, man. He just needs to find his feet and it'll be all right.
Shout out to this comment. He says one United. He doesn't know which United. Obviously, there's only one United, man. Like West Ham, Newcastle, like forget them. But yeah, for my score prediction, I'm going 3-0. I think today we actually got our first pen of the season. Obviously, last game the referee.
Who's taking that? Would Mata take that?
I think Mata. Yeah, I'm thinking Mata.
He's got to let Martial have that. Mata, surely.
I'm quite
mad. Martial has to take that pen if you get a pen.
But what if he misses? What if he misses?
If he misses, then he might as well pack his bags.
Like if Mata misses, no one's really going to be angry at him. He's a nice guy, innit? So.
No one's gonna say shit to Mata.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
He's probably smiling, talk about it.
Yeah, so I think we get a penalty today. I think Matt slots it away. I think Marshall does get a goal, and obviously I think Lingard completes the scoreline 3-0. But yeah, man, I'm going 3-0. You're going 4-1. You said
no, 4-0. We keep it
4-0. Hopefully, because
even though we've got that absolute reckless defense in,
yeah, we got clean sheets are hard to come back from.
Now that I think about it, I don't know why I get 4-1 because look at that defense is not keeping a clean sheet.
It's mad, isn't it? But yeah, man, guys, listen, we're gonna wrap up there. I've been joining my bro Usman, man. Obviously, guys, you see me on the channel every time. If you ain't subscribed to his channel, I don't know why. But again, for those that don't know, Usman, let them know where they can find you, my bro.
I was about to say, make sure you flipping drop a like and subscribe to Jerry as well. Close to 200, you know. Yes, make sure you subscribe to him as well, people, man. But obviously, you can find myself and Jerry on my channel as well. Usman Talks United. Jerry's there every Friday now. We finally found a weekly slot from my mum.
Oh, yeah, that just happened organically, innit? It's mad.
Yeah, legit. I'm loving the vibes, man. Jerry's coming with a smoke and that. I love it.
Shout out to Steve.
But yeah, but listen, make sure you show love to Jerry, most importantly, man. The guy's the homie, and obviously the GOAT celebration. That clip's my favorite of all time. Sometimes when I'm having a bad day, I'll just watch that.
Oh gosh. But yeah, listen, guys, we're gonna wrap up there. Obviously, Usman's got his fan calling show. I'm actually gonna jump on that one because my brothers, obviously, I'm here by myself repping the team. Of course, they're just on their own thing. But listen, we'll have a match reaction. But find me on Usman's channel for the fan calling. Make sure you subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and smash the like. Subscribe if you're new. And yeah, man, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.